Shalom.
Shalom.
Want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth, and blessing all you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. I'm that fellow servant Kanakla, and I got the brother.
Mayakala.
All right, we're coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay 12. All right, I'm profitable servant, St. Petersburg, Florida, and we'd like to thank Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai for giving us a spirit to do another lesson. All right, and as you can see here, we here to feed the flock. All right, some information. Trump is threatening to put a 25% tariffs on America. All right, and as you see, the post production says trade war. Who gets hurt? All right, that'll show you China. All right, so America through Trump has started a trade war with China. All right, it started out with a 10% tariff. Now Trump is threatening to put on a 25% tariff. All right, and that will really be the devaluation of the dollar against theirs. All right, almost everything is made in China that is sold here. All right, so pretty much it will be a devaluation of the dollar because it would take more money. All right, to purchase, the same amount of goods. All right, let's say what's something common, a pair of shoes. Yeah. All right, if a pair of shoes, all right, is a set price. Let's just make it plain. All right, a pair of shoes is $100. He put 25% tariffs. All right, that shoe probably costs $125. All right, so it would take more to buy the same amount, which is Trump is really what he's doing is devaluing the dollar, man. All right, getting Trump is that guy to push for this global reset, man. All right, and who will that hurt? That will hurt the American consumers because now you have to pay more, all right, for these same products or these same goods. All right, but your wages are not being increased. All right, your minimum wages are staying the same, but the prices of things are going up. All right, which is going to further push sedition amongst men. All right, invading one another. All right, people going to be starving. All right, and that's just going to cause mass riots in the streets, man. Okay, it says so our dollar is worth 25% less at the end of the week. And that's if Trump put those tariffs on there. Okay, it says this is the way the U.S. is telling you China is a new reserve currency and not ours. And that way China would be pretty much the next runner-up. All right, but we know according to prophecy, all right, the scriptures say, why did the heathen rage and they imagine a vain thing? Yeah. All right, Psalms 2. But China would be considered the next runner-up. All right, call it a tax. All right, the dollar lost 25% of its purchasing power. Yeah. All right, and that's what will happen. Yeah. Okay, when they put those tariffs on there. This will inflate everything as everything stems from China. U.S. debt is worthless too now. All right, the joys of inflation, and then you're gonna see that. If Trump goes through with this 25% tax tariffs, yeah. All right, you're gonna see inflation. Prices of things are gonna go up. All right, as me and the brothers talking about. First thing you're gonna notice is gas gonna go up. All right, because trucking is the way to get majority of those products to the inner parts of the city. Okay, so the prices of gas gonna go up, and everything just gonna start trickling up. You're gonna really start seeing inflation in the near future, man. All right. I got a quick article from what it is. Salakia, CNBC. All right, if Trump slaps China with its threatened tariffs, the U.S. consumer could pay. Yeah. All right, President Trump threatened to raise tariffs from 10% to 25% on billions of dollars in Chinese goods, but he said he might also put new tariffs on another $325 billion in products that could include many consumer goods. All right, so who gets hurt? The poor, and that's what they're doing. They're destroying the middle class. Yeah. All right, they're to the point. All you got is rich, and you got poor. All right, because who really benefits from these? The big corporations, man. Yeah. They're the ones that benefit from these so-called taxes. Yeah. 20 tariffs. They benefit from that. Yeah. All right, the rich do. We don't. All right, we have to take the backlash of paying more for our day-to-day necessities.
Yeah.
All right,
and the majority of those corporations, they don't even pay tax anyways. Like Amazon
Con.
grossed in over $1 trillion and they didn't pay any taxes last year.
Con. All right, and hey, another reason why Trump won't release his taxes to the public, because he's been asked on numerous occasions from the people to release his, his taxes information, but he said he's not going to.
Okay.
Therefore indicating he's not paying.
Yeah.
He's not paying taxes. All right. It says administration is preparing for higher tariffs on $200 billion in goods, but analysts say if Trump follows through with other products, U.S. consumers will be the ones to pick up the tab on apparel, shoes, toys, and electronics. All right. So people, and hey, bro, that's going to start the retail disaster. Because what? Apparel, shoes, toys, and electronics. People, that's why you got Sears clothing down, Macy's clothing down. Because people don't have money to go buy the extra shit, no more.
Yeah.
They just buying food. They're holding their money to buy food, things they really need. So all the extra video games, toys, apparels, all right?
Yeah.
That's why, there's a retail disaster right now.
Yeah.
All right? Because people don't have the extra money to buy those things anymore. It says analysts say it would be difficult to move forward with the new tariffs. So if Trump moves ahead with the levies, it will be raising the ones that already exist on $200 billion in goods. All right, so it'll be raising the tariffs he already had, which is 10%, and he's threatening to move it to 25%. And if that happens, man, hey, you're gonna see it, man. And we're already seeing it now. But you're going to really see it. Right now people, they still got a little money, so they go to the store, they just pay for it, not really watching prices. But when you go to ringing, start ringing that shit up, and you like, damn. Oh, well, hey, I don't want this, take this off. You get to the front, take that off. And,
Hey, because that's what's happening. Yeah, like the brother saying, cutbacks. That's why a lot of people are starting to get laid off. Companies can't afford, abundance. Now they're closing, clamping down because it's starting to affect everyday modern day people here in the United States, because these big corporations are warring against. That's what it is. America's a corporation. These other nations, they're warring against goods. Because they sell the goods and we buy them. And now the brother's saying it affects the people more than the giver, because they're making money regardless whether you buy it or not. They get it at cheap. That's why they have a lot of the stuff overseas. Your Nike shoes. Everything is always made in China. But the only people that really are affected are the people that buy them, because stuff starts going up because production cost goes up.
Okay. All right. It says I'm in a lot of this stuff too. You got to read between the lines. And I'm gonna show you why. It says so if the administration proceeds with the additional $325 billion in goods, that means clothing, toys, shoes, furniture, and electronics could be subject to more tariffs, right? And consumers could have to pick up the tab.
Yeah.
And aren't some of the American parts, American signature parts, right? They're made in China, but they're just assembled in the U.S.
The iPhone.
Kind of iPhone is made in China, but they just assemble it over here in the U.S. Man, it's foolish.
Yeah.
Instead of and America was destined to fall, man. All right, because instead of giving the American people the jobs to make it over here, they go overseas, man, which is costing them now.
Yep, it's backfiring.
Yeah. Exactly. It says so if the administration proceeds with the additional $325 billion in goods, that means clothing, toys, shoes, furniture, and electronics could be subject to more tariffs, and consumers could have to pick up the tab. So we're gonna have to pay for that. So
exactly,
you make America great again. People. Good luck. All right. So far it looks like trade talks will go forward this week. After hitting a rough patch, the U.S. officials saying Chinese negotiators reversed themselves on some points of prior agreement. Trump administration officials said Monday they were preparing to move forward on raising the tariff $200 billion in goods Friday to 25% from 10%.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Those are big numbers.
Yes, exactly. And it's all you American people. Well, it ain't happening here.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about to reach home, man.
Yeah. Like inflation, because
Yep.
that's exactly what's going to start happening.
Yep.
Because the wages aren't going up. They've been trying to raise minimum wage, but that's because of inflation.
Yep. Trying to balance it out.
Yep. But it can't do no more because these other countries that are participating in America's debt, they're not dealing with America no more.
Okay.
They're not buying U.S. debt. China was a big consumer of American debt. But now here, now they're in cahoots with their best friend. Because again, the dollar was never worth anything, and why it was being prolonged is because of the cooperation of these other countries. They're still dealing with the American dollar morely because the American military is might. But as in today's day, these nations are being bold because they can provide for themselves, but America can't. America cannot provide on its own. It's a large importer, of all its goods. It doesn't produce nothing here in the United States. All the goods it comes from is outside sources, and that's why stuff is being so expensive because don't nobody, the farmers, here, there's plagues setting in, there's floods, stuff like that, that make America first type thing, again, the ignorance of the people, how really America is not really America. It's really a mix of all these nations, that's what it is.
And that's like you said, it's the pride because, these Americans make America great again. And, mostly so-called white people, these Edomites, make America great again, but you don't produce.
Kind.
You want to shit on all these other nations and all these other countries, but you don't produce nothing here. You need them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the pride,
Because you say America first, but your car is a Honda.
Exactly.
Your clothes is Taiwan. Your food's Mexican.
Number one, selling sedans in America for years been Toyota Camry and the Honda Accord.
Okay.
But America is such a great, great country.
Okay.
It says the increased tariffs would be upping the ante for Trump administration, which launched tariffs on 50 billion in Chinese products last June. The administration then initiated 10% tariffs on 200 billion in goods, with a promise to raise them to 25% if talks didn't go well. And Lord willing, they don't go well, because you can see certain things still over in the South China Sea.
Yep.
They're sending ships.
Yep.
Ships in that area.
Right.
So it don't look like it's going well, man.
No.
Lord willing, it does not, man.
Okay.
All right, because we ready to get up out of here. All right, it says this. Well, they promised to raise them to 25% if talks didn't go well. China retaliated in kind with its own tariffs.
Yeah.
And is expected to do so again.
Yeah.
So they started the trade war.
America is shooting itself in the foot, and it's really a flagrant because, again, this goes back to the plans of the elites that they want to crash the dollar so they can usher in this new currency. They want the dollar to fail. They're really trying all out. That's why it looks like America's being foolish, but this all gotta remember this puppets behind what's going on.
Just trying to crash the
they're trying to crash the dollar. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The dollar's crippled, so they want to get rid of the dollar and then bring in these cryptocurrencies.
Because as we stated earlier, it's losing 25% of its buying power.
Yeah.
When you do that.
Yeah, because a dollar used to mean something back in the day. A dollar you can get a gallon of gas. But today a dollar can hardly get you a bag of chips.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna close out on this article here. It says the tariff increase on the 200 billion in goods will go in effect at 12:01 a.m. on Friday, according to the U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer. So Lord's will it goes through, man.
Yep.
All right. But the U.S. would reconsider duties if talks get back on track, Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin told reporters Monday.
Yeah.
Trump's threats of tariffs were a surprise to markets Sunday, and his tweets triggered a sharp sell-off in global stocks.
Yeah.
People selling. Oh man, getting out of
shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But by Monday afternoon, a more than 470-point morning decline in Dow reserved, and the Dow ended the day with just a 67-point decline as it became clear negotiations would continue.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
these trade wars are going to turn into physical wars.
Yeah.
Because like Mark Twain says, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Just before World War II happens, America was in a depression. America was in an economic crisis, and what bounced America back was this World War. So America is getting ready to do the same exact thing. So when they become the victors, this is in their this is what they plan on doing when America wins the war, this next world war. They're gonna force everybody again to use their dollar, just like they did in World War II. You know.
God, man, this is gonna be in form of a chip, man.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna be a global reset, man, because the crashing of the dollar is gonna bring in the currency. Because even though these countries are dumping the U.S. dollar,
yeah,
they're still tied in. They still tied in. So if when America falls, they gonna fall with it, man.
Yep.
And
that's Revelation 18 chapter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The merchant city. They gonna mourn.
Yeah.
Because even though America is dependent on them to buy their products, all right, they still eat from each other.
Yep.
They still depend on one another. The consumer needs the buyer. The buyer needs the consumer. All right, and as I said in Revelation, the merchant shall well. They wax rich and fat. All right, from America. So it's gonna be a global reset, man, and it's gonna pretty much push the plans of the wicked elites is to chip everyone, have everything chipped, have everyone chipped.
That depopulation.
Yep.
That Georgia Guidestone.
Yep, 500 mil.
Yep.
And then remaining of the people chip them all. Everybody chip, living to maintain society.
Yep.
To control them. 500 million people chipped, and they look to live happily ever after.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
Okay.
All right. First precept, Baba Gasha.
Yep. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Let's start at the top. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth.
So as we see these evil days coming, man, you got to remember the Lord in the days of your youth. All right, when you're a young man. All right, so remember the Lord. Go ahead.
While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, because when you're young, you have things to lose. All right. You have desires. The scriptures say, or forsake, the youth, that youthful lust. Yeah. All right, because when you're young, you're very lustful. Yeah. All right, you have lots of desires. You have a lot of things you want, and that's when the Lord wants you, when you have something to lose. All right, go ahead.
While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not
darkened. Exactly. Go ahead.
Nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves.
Because when the sun and the moon become darkened, then that's when it's something bad.
Yeah.
And the Lord don't want you turning to Him when it's dark and it's gloomy, when you can clearly see evident that the storm is here, is coming.
Yeah.
All right, because every time it gets ready to rain, it puts you in that spirit, like, damn, the clouds are dark, and puts you in that serious mode.
Yeah.
But the Lord wants you, when all that stuff not darkened, man.
Yeah.
All right, when early.
Yeah, exactly. Seeking Him
early, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
And the grinders cease because they are few.
Because that's what this is going to do. All right, if nobody has money to buy all these electronics and these shoes and apparel, all right, the jobs are going to go.
Yeah,
all right, retailers, nothing being pushed out, because America is just a big retailer.
Okay.
All right, all things are shipped in. All right, only thing that's going to really be pushing is food, and then there's going to be a shortage of food as well.
Yeah.
All right, so everything outside of minus. All right, so imagine food. So subtract everything outside of food.
Yeah.
That's a lot of jobs gone.
Yeah.
All right, they're already not focused on the infrastructure. All right, their infrastructure is a D-, I believe. Okay. All right, so it ain't like, it's going to be more construction, workers needed, because they already forsook their infrastructure, just like Rome did.
Yeah.
All right, and a majority of their budget is going to the military.
Yeah.
All right, neither keepeth at home. Okay, that's all their money goes to. Their money not into building up an infrastructure, keeping America good, and keeping it strong here at home. No, they're not into that.
Because their focus is on stealing shit.
Yeah, exactly. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Invading people's property and land. A woe to him that, increases that which not his, shall not all this take up a parable against him. All right? They're not into keeping at home. All right? And the scriptures speak about that. Set thy house in order. You know, and that's what it means. Set thy house in order before you go out and telling somebody else what to do. So here it is. You getting on people like Nicolas Maduro. Oh, he's being a tyrant to his people. He's oppressing his people.
Yeah.
He's refusing humanitarian aid.
Yeah.
All right, his people are suffering. His people are sick. He's being a cruel leader.
Yeah.
But here it is over here in America, good old America, the land of the great, the home of the free. You have poor people on the side of the road.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you're vets.
Yeah.
The Lord say, hey, a man of war that suffers poverty, man. The Lord hates that.
Yeah.
All right? And here it is. Most of these people you see out on the streets, veterans.
Yeah.
With amputees, man. Missing limbs. Okay? But you have them people suffering. So set in order first. Well, I believe it's saying in like Atlanta, Georgia, HIV was like on a rate of like third world country, like, states, man.
Yeah.
But here it is. This is, you got all this high tech medical equipment,
Yeah.
but you got people suffering at alarming rates from diseases and cancer.
At the millions.
Yeah, by the millions, colon cancer and all different types of cancers.
Yeah.
But you don't have an order, your house in order. All right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And those that look out the windows be darkened.
And those that look out the windows be darkened, man. Go ahead.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low.
Exactly, when the sound of the grind is low. Help wanted. Stores closing down. 35% off or whatever. Because nobody's buying that. Nobody has the money to buy it anymore.
Yeah.
All right. And wait till they hit that internet kill switch. Oh, yeah. Then you people really gonna bug out. Then, because that's what's keeping everybody entertained right now.
Yeah.
The internet. All right.
Yeah.
Who posting, watching dumb videos.
Yeah.
Just distracted.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Sports. People not have no money. Ain't nobody been going to no NBA, NFL games.
You're right. I remember last year they had to tell the people to move together to look like it was more people in the stadium.
Yeah, they do that for the cameras.
Yeah, for the cameras to make it look like it's more people in the stadium than it actually is. Like, oh, that shit thick. But if you put that camera in the right direction, you got empty seats, man. All right? Because why? People just don't have the money. And then when you go to those places, a beer is like $5.
Yeah.
Hot dog $5.
Yeah.
Hamburger down to $10.
Gotta pay for parking.
Yeah, pay for parking, like just all being taxed, man. America is a nasty place, man. Always trying to gain taxing, man. Yeah. All right. And this for another topic for another day, but all your taxes is going to the so-called Jews, man. Yeah. They getting like $7,000 to $10,000 every minute.
Yeah, 10,000 a minute.
A minute, man. All right. Go ahead.
When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
And that's it on that, all right? The point was, the grinding shall cease, and daughters of music, the music is trash. And also, just that spirit of mirth. When people don't have money to buy stuff, people barely have enough money to pay their bills.
Yep.
All right, all that is going to be brought low, man.
Yeah, because that's the only thing keeping the morale of the people is distractions, like the brother was saying.
Yep.
You get to watch a TV show. You get to go watch your sports games, your favorite things. Go out and drink and have a good time. That's distracting you from your miserable life.
Yep, exactly, because they all miserable.
Yeah.
They do that to escape reality.
Yeah.
All right, you're a damn slave. Make America great again. Trump's not gonna bring no more jobs to this place. Trump's not gonna make your life easier. All right, and it's a beautiful thing to see because majority of you so-called white people, all right, you're pro-Trump and all this stuff, make America great again, and all this stuff is just gonna be a slap in your face, man.
Suicide.
Exactly, because Trump works for the higher ups, the elites, and he has a job to do.
He's a businessman.
Exactly, he's a businessman. He now think he really care about them. I'm gonna bring jobs to my people, and man, it's all lies, man.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 19, start at the top. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and he shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Yeah. So going into all this pride and brothers going into mirth, this American way of life, this American dream, This is the heart of Egypt, because that's what do people think about when they think of America? They think of what the greatest country in the world. You think about all the things you can do to have fun. All the nations around the world come over here to have a good time. To have business opportunity. Again, just that the pride is going in the heart of Egypt is going to melt, because America is modern day Egypt. All right, this is verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So that goes into class wars again, because of all these pressures, because of money, because of scarcity of resources. What are the American public going to do? They're going to start putting hands on each other. Start pointing fingers. Oh, you're the problem. You Republicans. You nationalists. You whatever. That division. Because that's what's getting ready to happen. People are going to choose their sides. All right, and then it's going to be time to fight.
Class wars.
Exactly, class wars, race wars. You name it.
Yeah.
All right. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Okay.
So again, that's what's happening right now. Because all these pressures, it all goes down about money. Okay, because that's the security that this place has given you. Because the money, the money is everything in this world. Money is power. But the Most High is getting ready to take all, because money is an idol, as it just says in the precept before. He shall take the idols away from Egypt. Money is a huge idol. People pray towards money, pray for money. All they think about is money 24/7. That's a god, because they let money rule over them. Because a god literally just means a judge or a ruler. All right. But and kingdom against kingdom is how you can see today. These nations, they're dropping, putting super carriers in front of territories. You got U.S. carriers in China and South China Sea. They're pushing each other's buttons. All right, because of these pressures. All right. And there's going to be that's those fires being kindled before Yahushua returns. All this chaos is going to be popping off, okay, and it going into a false flag, because America it's going to need a morale boost, because they're going to do a false flag and they're going to start pointing fingers and everybody's going to get roused up and they're going to start sending everybody off when this military draft gets puts out. All right, but this is verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Okay, exactly. And I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to idols, and to charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, again, that division, and to wizards, because all this sorcery, that's why it's called modern day Egypt, because, just like in ancient Egypt, all these philosophies, ideologies, all right, these gods, the Washington Monument is an obelisk, all right, that's a worship. Back in ancient Egypt, they had that for a place of worship, so that's why, again, today is called America's modern day Egypt, and because of bondage, it has everybody little debt slaves because of the birth certificate. All right, you're counted as a number. That's it.
Social security number.
Yep, you're in debt to the state. All right, because this so-called white man has everybody in debt. That's why he has power over them, because you owe them. Like in scripture say, all right, the lender is lord over the borrower. Yep. You can probably keep reading. This is verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord. All right, and Lord's will, and obviously, it's not a literal breakdown, but a cruel lord is Donald Trump. He doesn't care about the people. He doesn't. It's not America first. When he says America first, he's talking about the corporation, because according to Act of 17, I'm not exactly sure, but America was in debt, just like after the Civil War, America was in debt, and the elites bought America over, and it was bought over as a corporation. That's why it's really called the United Corporations of America, something of that nature. Okay, Act of 1871. Yeah, Act of 1871, not 17. All right, but continuing, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and then. If you keep reading on down, it just goes into how this place is going to be completely destroyed from the inside out. I'll just, for edification, I'll just read the 6th verse. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, everything sown by the brooks shall wither. So going into how this place is going to fail. These farmers, they're not going to be able to produce crops. All right, these mass storms. All right, in tempests, these tornadoes. Most High is literally, again, because this place is a merchant city. All right, they're closing up shop. They, again, putting up 70% off, 80% off. Everything must go. All right, because this place is getting ready to shut down. All right, and again, quoting Revelation 18th chapter. but it starts, it's increments, it's little by little. You know, these little things that are getting pushed out, like these tariffs, okay, to a point, it's gonna, like the straw that breaks the camel's back. All right, it's gonna be a tip and a breaking point to this country. All right, and then that's where, you know, again, these great evils, because that's where the time we're in. You know, we're in time of great evils. But like it says in the Second Ezra's 9th chapter, all these things are coming, but they're not going to turn away from their evil. You know, they're going to continue. People continue committing adultery. You know, doing things that are unpleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shem Shai. In the midst of what? Great famine. Because that's going to be a heavy plague here in America. Famines. All right, you already got pestilence spewing everywhere over the earth. You know, black plague. You know, this is just like Matthew the 24th chapter said. This is the beginning of sorrows. You know, this is the beginning of the evils that are getting ready to come upon the face of the earth. As we just brought out in Ecclesiastes the 12th chapter, you know, you have to remember your Creator. All right, because this is the only way you're gonna get out of here. Because the Most High has His place covered. You know, destruction on the four winds: the east, south, north, and west. So everywhere is gonna feel this. All right. And that's why, you know, you have the only way out again is that narrow and straight, which is through Yahweh Shem Shai, because only if you're part of the electors you're going to make it out of here. All right. And, you know, a lot of our people are going to start getting put to death. All right. Because they have no idea. The Edomites, you know, they're not stupid. They have a rough idea of what's going on around the world.
As far as
carnally.
Sense,
in a carnal sense. You know, that you have doomsday preppers. All right. You have people, you know, dumping up assets and whatever you have it, you know, because they know we're heading into a depression. Okay. They know the times we're heading into. They know we're heading into World War III. But what is Jake doing? He's still trying to be in music videos. All right, still trying to be a professional athlete. You know, just fucking off. You know, and trying to make it in this world when they know this place is getting ready to fail. Okay, that's why in 1 Timothy the 4th chapter, it says judgment shall begin first. Of 1 Timothy 4:17. All right, the judgment shall begin first at the house of the Most High. So a lot of our people are getting ready to be put to death. You know. And again, this is about making your call and election sure. You know, through knowing the terror of the Lord. That's why we persuade men, because great evils. You know, like none other. Daniel's the 12th chapter. You know, so you know, again, you know, we broke down, you know, carnally at the beginning. You know, bringing out articles. You know, but this is about measuring the time diligently. Okay. You know, because we know this is that time when Yahweh Shem Shai shall return and visit everybody on the face of the earth. Because it's been a long time. That day of visitation is coming. You know, and it's about either you be part of the elect or you be part of the 2/3. You know, you destroyed or salvation. You know, and it's pick one. Joshua the 24th chapter. Choose ye this day who you shall serve. You know, and again, going to seeking Him early. All right, because when the Most High, when He gives that green light on this place, sending all those spirits of vengeance and whatever may have it. All right, all because the elect being sealed, the four winds, you know, being let loose. Okay, you're gonna be taken away. All right. And if you're not, you know, in the safety of Yahweh Shem Shai, you're not going to make it. All right. And that's what it's all about, man. Trying to get up out of here.
Okay. Exactly, man. So, hey, you heard it, and, you know, you're going to keep hearing it, and we're going to keep sounding that alarm, you know, until the Lord tells us to close our mouths up in the famine of the word. You know, and Lord willing, you were edified. All right. Keep watching, keep praying. Hey, man, let's just hope this thing goes through. All right?
Lord's Will 2019 is the year.
And we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash, double honor to the apostles with great millstone that taught us His truth. And blessings all you sincere labors out there pushing His truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.